Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sulk stream. I hope you guys are having a fantastic night, having a good evening, having an okay day. Tonight we're talking about that dastardly snap program that should be ending any minute now. It is October 30th. Right now, on November 1st, there will be nationwide riots, and people will be going absolutely nanners, and I'm going to be hopping on a plane and leaving the mainland, because that's my plan. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Hawaii. It just happened to coincide. I didn't plan it like that, but hey, maybe it's for the best. I don't want to be around because, you know, if we're stealing when we're giving them free stuff, what's going to happen? Yes. Happy Halloween, everybody. There will be no Sulk stream tomorrow night because I am a father and I'm going to go trick-or-treating with my kids. That's how it works. And on Sunday, I am hopping on a plane and I'm leaving. So there will be no Sulk stream next week. So enjoy it while you can, everybody. Enjoy it while you can. Soak up the sulky goodness. Soak up the sulky goodness. It's pretty tough to say, but I'm doing my best. So I hope you guys are ready to relax and chill and have some fun, because that's the plan tonight. Yeah. By the way, I've been playing Arc Raiders. Banger game. Very fun. Hop on if you get a chance, because it's a lot of fun. Anyways, get comfy, get cozy, get spooky, get Halloweenified, you know, all that stuff. If you're working, keep working, and if you are driving, please continue to drive safely, get home safely, and I would recommend staying off the streets because it's a holiday, it's a big holiday, and people tend to get a little drunk on the holidays. So, you know, in your best interest, please stay out and try not to become a ghost this weekend. Unless you're wearing a ghost costume or you are part of the KKK. But I don't think those are actually ghosts, but they just pretend. Anyways, I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream. And this is called... What is this called? Welfare Queens are shamelessly abusing the system. Oh, good. Enjoy! Hold on. There we go. I forgot to turn this one up.
Equals a certain amount of food stamps. One child equals a certain amount of cash benefits.
Is she saying the quiet?
Okay, hold on. We gotta start it over. She seems like a gem. All right, this might be another one where I have to move it over because like the guy, but you know, she seems like a gem already.
You saying you shouldn't have kids if you can't afford them. That is the whole reason we have the kids.
Because you can't afford them? I don't understand. You know how much fucking kids cost? You know how much my kids cost? You know it's like $30,000 a year per kid. Kids are expensive.
Do you understand that? Do you understand that one child equals a certain amount of food stamps? One child equals a certain amount of cash benefits.
Not for me. They didn't bring me any food. My kids don't bring me shit. They don't bring me shit. You know? Even when I ask them, I'm like, hey, can you bring me that? They're like, why? I'm like, because I asked you to, bro. And it's like right there. I don't have to explain everything, right? Right? But they're at that age, right? I mean, he's 4. I also have like a 1.5-year-old. So that's what he's going to do.
Is she saying the quiet part out loud? Doom scrollers, welcome back for another video. I regret to inform you that this one...
Hi, black man in a suit.
...might ruin your day. This one...
I believe you.
...one might make you more upset than you've been in a long time.
I doubt that very much, sir, but go ahead. Make my day.
I'm just the one that is showcasing what is already out there. Today we're getting into our favorite topic. We're being the police. We are exposing food stamp fraud, because I want you guys to know where your taxpayer dollars are going. So without further ado, let's get into it. I think we're discipling kids into the poverty, okay? But y'all go ahead and watch this, and you let me know if you think...
Of course, they do it for generations, right? Like, this is their way of making money. Just have as many kids as you can, And then that's a paycheck. And then you have multiple baby daddies because each baby daddy, you get a percentage of their pay. You can't have one baby daddy because then you only get he only has to pay 15% of his check, right? You need like 5 baby daddies. You can't have 5 kids with one daddy. That's not enough money.
Is this funny or not?
Hello, is this the food stamp office?
I'm about to crash out on you. Is she?
Yes, ma'am. This is the food stamp office.
What do I gotta do to get some stamps? Because y'all denied me 5 times.
Ma'am, did you apply online?
You know damn well I did.
Okay, and you were denied?
What are they teaching this little girl? What are they teaching this little girl to apply for food stamps? Are you in a BMW? What? You have leather seats. Why? You're in a seat with your car with leather seats. On an iPhone. Bitching about food stamps. And you're like 4. What?
And that's what I said.
Well, ma'am.
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. Well, guess what? Halloween's coming up. Go around and beg for food. Instead of begging for candy, look, it's the one night of year it's acceptable. You can go around begging for food, okay? They'll hand out sandwiches or something, or a KFC or something. I don't know. Maybe people will be like that.
Calm down first. You don't have to have no attitude.
I mean, if a house was handing out KFC, I'd be like, yeah, let's hit that house. I'm gonna get me a drumstick. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Ben for 10. Thank you so much. Hi, I didn't know what you're talking about, but I needed therapy last week from all the cringe. Please be better. Thank you, Sulk, cringe lord. Also, dance not praying, bro. Yes. Were you talking about specifically the Bug Chaser episode? That was a hard one. That was a hard episode. That was a very difficult episode. If that's the one you were talking about, I completely understand. And yeah, you should probably go through therapy for that. And I do take full responsibility, but I'm not going to cover your therapy bills. But I appreciate it.
I'm hungry.
But yeah, that was a fucked up episode, wasn't it?
Everything in the world is hot. I need some stamps.
Okay, ma'am. Let me view your account. Just a second.
Well, it looks here that you are black, and well, that's a big box to check. And you have how many baby daddies? I doubt she has any right now, but I don't doubt it a lot. Look, it would be terrible if she did, but would it be completely unexpected? Not completely. I would 99% unexpect her to have a kid, but not 100%. I know that's terrible, but I kind of seen it before, okay? I don't know exactly how young she is. Maybe she's a short middle schooler, and like by the time they get to that age, it's a 50-50 shot. So, do middle schoolers get food stamps?
Yes, ma'am. It say you were denied because of your income. You have too much income.
How? I don't even got no income.
It's a BMW.
Well, it says that you have income, ma'am, and you have too much.
Damn, what's too much income? $1?
Ma'am, I have no idea. It just say that you make too much income. That's why you were denied.
It just makes too much.
So I'm just supposed to starve to death.
I mean, ma'am, I have no idea what to tell you. Get a job.
No, do your job and give me some damn stamps.
Why are you teaching this little girl to talk like this? I really don't think this is a good... Look, I understand it's for comedy and it's a bit, and like I like to have a sense of humor. I think I do have a sense of humor. But like when you're doing skits, especially with kids, I mean specifically with kids, people are going to judge you. People are going to lay down judgment on you. They're going to be like, why the fuck are you teaching this little girl to apply for food stamps? You're not teaching her to be like an astronaut or a doctor. Trust me, I understand how wild that sounds, but at least some kids have ambitions. Not going to be a doctor, not going to be an astronaut, but it's good to have goals at least. Your goal is to get pregnant by the time you hit your by the time 13, I don't know. And then apply for food stamps. Then you're a grandma by 30. I mean, do people still use the term ratchet? Is ratchet still going around? Because this is ratchet. This is some ratchet ass shit.
Ma'am, you have a good day, all right? Because I cannot go back and forth with you about food stamps.
Ma'am, this don't make no goddamn sense. I don't get none but disability.
Yes, ma'am, and your disability check is too much to get stamps.
But it's all government assistance.
Well, ma'am, you do not qualify. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Get your ass off my phone. We can't get shit.
Wow. There you have it.
Yes, black man in suit. Tell us what you think. Because, I mean, like, you got to be thinking the same thing I'm thinking, right? Right? Ben says I need benzos. Yeah, that video really fucked us all up, Ben. I'm sorry. I should have put a trigger warning on it, but I don't do that. So the next time you watch one of my shows, just like go in and like, you know, for all the warnings, like if you're pregnant or if you have like epilepsy or anything, because at any moment I could show like a lot of flashing on my show and then you'll bite your tongue off. I might do that. I'm just warning everybody now. This is an everything warning. Okay? This show is in everything. It's like going to a carnival in India. Right? You go to the carnival in India, you ride the Ferris wheel that's operated by two guys climbing up it just to pull out down the cards, and you're going to expect some stuff. There is a reasonable fear for your life. Just accept there's an everything warning. Trigger warning, whatever you want. Everything warning. The same goes tonight.
America.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Generation. Here we go. Child rearing.
Despite says creating generational dependency. I mean, and there's no like, there's not even like, hey, maybe you'll be the one that, you know, actually doesn't live off the government. No, because if they had some silly ideas about like, I'm going to go off to college and become like a dentist or something like that, they'll be like, no, the fuck you aren't. You're going to get knocked up before you leave high school, and then we're going to get them welfare checks for the rest of our lives. And we're just going to sit here and braid hair and yell at the TV. Together. I mean, damn. That sucks. That's sad. I mean, you're born into a job, but like you're born into like the lamest job where it's like not a job and you're not going to make tons of money, although some of these people do make quite a bit of money. Trigger warning on that. Some of these people rake it in.
Discipleship. Raising your kids. More.
Shimo says, why would anyone go to India? Sweatshop? Maybe they're opening a sweatshop. I'm trying to think why I would. That's the only reason why I would go to India. Is like if I'm opening up a sweatshop or like using some sort of slave labor.
More is caught than taught, y'all. And
that's what I would do.
What you praise is what you're going to get out of them. Because we want to kiki and haha and get some views on TikTok, we got this little.
Zach says, so I can't bite my tongue off and sue you then, John? I mean, you can. I don't know if it's going to be successful. I didn't bite your tongue off.
Girl, acting
try.
way too grown.
I wouldn't do that, though, because I just don't think you'd have a case. But you can try.
way too grown for her age. So that grown-ups can kiki and haha about it, not knowing that
this kiki. Is that a laugh? Kiki?
Girl is getting the positive reinforcement for negative behavior, and she's going to grow up and be just like all the people that is frustrating the rest of the taxpayers. And it's really not.
Knob says a lot of global corporations have offices in India. We have to travel there every so often. That sucks. Arden Shore says 4K a month is over 70K in food stamps a year, just for reference. So that's better than a lot of people. That's better, and they don't eat $4,000 a month in food. I mean, some of them look like they do, but they don't. Because that's like damn near impossible. So they're selling probably 3/4 of that on 50 cents on the dollar, and then getting their weaves and stuff. It's a comfortable life. That you don't have to pay for your apartment. You don't have to pay for health care. Your phone. You essentially have zero bills except for your hair and your nails. I mean, like, maybe they're scamming us. I don't know.
It's going to even be her fault, until she's old enough to take responsibility. It's going to be the entire system around her that failed. I know y'all like to laugh and joke about stuff like this, but I'll die on this hill.
Zach, I read the chat. I read as much of the chat as I possibly can, even though I don't catch everything in the chat. I don't know if it's popping up on you, Rumble. It looks like it's doing fine on Rumble. But I read as much of it as I can. I don't catch everything, though.
This ain't funny. I have kids around this girl's age. They don't even know these words. I'm pretty sure they've never even heard these words in their life. And some people might say, oh, you're sheltering them. You're sheltering them. What happened to protecting a kid's innocence?
I do shelter my kids. I put a house over their heads. That's the whole point. Not sheltering your kids is like not showing up ever. And then them not knowing who you are. So, yeah, of course, it's my job to shelter my children. That's 100% my job.
Why is it funny? Why are adults, grown adults, out here getting laughs at kids acting grown? This ain't funny, y'all. And the most
it's not
thing
funny
about it is the consequences of the behavior. But this is the next generation that has been used as a spectacle for TikTok. And they're going to grow up and they're going to act like this. And they're just going to burden the system. They're going to burden themselves. They're going to end up.
Ardenshire says, Knobs, that's 48K after taxes, 70K pre-tax. So what's that, like 100 something? 100K a year? 110? It's not bad.
That making bad decisions. And maybe I'm just taking it.
Just to get fucking sauced in, like by a bunch of random dudes. I mean, like, who's running this joint? Who is seriously running this joint? Because, like, most families find it extremely tough to afford food. A lot of families, right? But then these people just get to run wild and basically live like royalty and act the way they do. Come on. This is not how it's supposed to be. This is obviously not how it's supposed to be. And then these people still have the gall to complain about how, and then want reparations and shit. What more do you want? You want more than $70,000 for free a year? You want more than that? For generations? You want more than that? How could we possibly pay you more than that? Like, the net, I'm not going to call it income, but the net negative of a single black person is like $1 million on the country. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. That's a negative. It's negative money. That's how much we have to pay over the course of a lifetime. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Far, but let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? Was that funny? Was that funny? Maybe I need to ease up. Maybe I'm a prune. Maybe I'm
a prude. Not a prune. But I got you.
Prune. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys
He said it twice.
think about that?
Maybe I'm a prune. You're okay.
Have kids if you can't afford them. That is the whole reason we have the kids. Do you understand that? Do you understand that one child equals a certain amount of food stamps? One child equals a certain amount of cash benefits. All the programs that
is she saying the quiet part out loud? What?
You are eligible for, based on the number of children you have, is astronomical. I have 6 children, 4 baby fathers.
You trash. You're a big pile of trash. You're a big fat pile of trash.
I get 4,000 food stamps. I get 2,000 cash.
$4,000 in food stamps, and then another $2,000 on top of that. So, so another $24,000 a year tax free on top of that $70K. So, it's a lot of money. $94,000 a year.
and I pay $87 a month for my 3-bedroom, 2-bath trailer because I'm on Section 8.
So it's not free rent, but it's $80 a month. So
I have 6 kids. If I didn't have those 6 kids, I wouldn't get the food stamps. I wouldn't get the cash benefits, and I definitely would not be on Section 8. We have the kids so we can get...
Background noise says all 4 dudes wore jimmies that she gave them. Yeah, I wouldn't trust. Like, look, dude. I mean, you're not an A-list individual. If like, okay, she's already had 5, right? She's living in a trailer on food stamps. And then some guys is like, yeah, I'm going to knock that up. You're an animal. You're a disgusting human being. You went in this trailer with all that sound, and I'm sure the floor was covered with toys and all that bullshit, and it was like loud as shit. And then you're all like, yeah, I'm going to knock this one down. I'm going to knock it down. Ew.
benefits.
They are starting to ban some things.
It's not about limiting personal choice, but taxpayer dollars should not subsidize unhealthy eating habits that contribute.
Look, he's right, but I mean, like, tax dollars shouldn't subsidize so many things. First, we shouldn't be paying half of our money into taxes in the first place. There's no way that is a required amount of money. There's no fucking way. They're taking way more than they need, and they're spending way more than they get. It's completely out of control. So let's not be like, oh, tax dollars don't need to go to this, because they don't need to go to like pedophile islands either, right? They don't need to go to protecting people that really should not be protected. They don't need to go to a lot of things. And yes, this is one of them. Not arguing that. This is definitely one of them. This is bad, dude. Why do you think these populations grow completely out of control? You know, Gary, Indiana used to be a white town with like, you know, infrastructure and like high schools and like people lived there and like it wasn't just, yeah. And then the welfare system came along and they just kept multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. And they didn't do that before. Before like 1961, it wasn't like that. They were fairly stable. I mean, they crimed and stuff.
Preventable health conditions,
but it wasn't like that.
Place additional strain on Texas's health.
Government be like, gives me that. It's not even gives me that. It's like I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna lock you in a cage if you don't give me half of your money for your entire life. I mean, look, okay, slavery is illegal. But I mean, like, this is pretty damn close. When does it officially become slavery? When we give you more than half of our money? If you take all of our money, is it slavery or it's not slavery because we can still like walk around whenever we want? Where does slavery end? Where does taxation? Where's it meet? Where does that meet? Because I feel like we're splitting hairs here. Like if you just get to take as much of my money as you want, consequence free, then I would argue that I am a slave. 100% a slave. Not 40% a slave. I am 100% a slave. Because there's nothing saying that you can't take all of my money. I have no recourse for that. You could just walk into my house and be like, yeah, we're taking all of this shit. This is all ours now, right? Including my freedom. For whatever reason. You don't even need a reason. You can make up a reason and take me to jail. And then I'll be breaking rocks in the hot sun. And there's literally nothing I can do about it. Even if I did nothing wrong. Even if I paid my taxes and everything was good with the law, because the law is written in such a nebulous way that they can basically charge you with anything they want because nobody really knows what the law means. There's a bunch of people who say this and say that about what the law means, but really, They could just be like, they can get a judge in there that's favorable to the government, which is, wow, that's going to be tough. And the judge will be like, yeah, that's what it means now. So you're going to jail for whatever the fucking reason you want. They can make up anything. They could install, they could just grab a hard drive and be like, look, oh, there's a bunch of CP on this, and we found this in this house. What are you going to do? Say no? They all say no. They all say no. You're going to jail. And you know they have that. You know they have a lot of it.
Tariff system.
The Senate passing a bill which bars people from using SNAP benefits to buy highly processed items like chips, sodas, energy drinks, cookies, and candy. So the bill overwhelmingly passed the Senate yesterday and now heads to the House. Even if this bill is signed into law.
I saw a thing on Amazon the other day, and it was EBT, EBT like available, and it was edible lube. It was edible. It was chocolate flavored lube, sex jelly. And you put on your EBT eligible. So, I mean, you're buying that? I mean, I'm buying that for you? For you? Why? Why?
The state will have to ask the federal government for permission to put state restrictions on a federal program.
So what do you guys think about the ban? I know from our past research, there have been a lot of comments that were really upset about what's been going on in the food percent program. As a matter of fact,
Knob says Gary, Indiana was also a victim of our government selling out its people to outsourcing jobs overseas. It used to be an automobile parts capital of the country. Yeah, I believe that.
let me go ahead and pull up some of these right now. So here we have some of the top comments from our latest video. We were exposing the worst food stamp fraud in America by...
Frail says my unborn children are starving. Exactly. Right? Like, I plan on having children. Can I start receiving SNAP benefits for them? Can I make up a kid? Do I, what's the situation here? How do I get in on this grift? I feel like I'm missing out. I feel like there's a lot of money that I'm missing out on. In what way can I extract roughly $100,000 a year from the government? Can I do this? Because, there's got to be a way. If they're getting it, I want to get it, right? What is making too much? If you're giving out $100,000 a year, I must have to make less than that to get on this program, right?
Actually, this video
Wouldn't that apply for most of the country then?
might take the cake. But the top comment right here, we got D-Long. I remember people used to be ashamed to be on food stamps and welfare. Now it's a flex. It's there.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're raking in $100,000 a year tax free. That is a flex.
To help and supplement, not for this nonsense. Low life's going to cause honest people to lose benefits. Kathy, I think that you might be right. How is it they can afford fancy hairdos, fake eyelashes, designer purses, yet need the government for assistance with EBT?
That's how they, that's exactly how they do it, though.
That's a good question. That is a good question. So technically we are the food stamp police.
Right? I mean, if you are on food stamps and you're 600 fucking pounds, dude, wouldn't somebody look at you and be like, you don't need food stamps? This is for hungry people. This is for starving people. You're good to go for at least 6 months. Okay. This is 6 months of fat that you can burn off. You can go without eating for 6 months. Then after that, maybe I'll give you some money for food stamps. But right now, you're good to go. This is not it's supposed to be a safety net, right? It's not supposed to be something you live off for the rest of your life. This is why people are going fucking nanners, right? For generations, their family has been on food stamps. And the government has shut down before, right? It's shut down a couple of times before. It hasn't been an issue. They've started back up before the food stamps ran out. But this time, they didn't get back in time. But there's still a couple of days left. I wouldn't be surprised if they made some sort of emergency budget to feed 42 million people. 42 million. There's 350 million people in the United States. That's like a good portion of the United States. I don't want to do the math, but it is a percentage that's pretty damn high. Here's another thing. A lot of people say these people should go get jobs. And I understand that jobs, there's not really a lot of jobs out there, right? You looking on Indeed and stuff like that, those jobs kind of aren't real. But, I mean, again, why is that our fucking problem? That's not. I shouldn't have to pay for people that don't have jobs. Lots of people don't. Look, you can figure it out. You can still figure it out. You went thousands of years living on the plains of Africa without a job and without EBT, and you figured it out then, right? Maybe we should really just lessen hunting requirements. Like no season or anything like that. As long as you're not killing people's pets and livestock, then go wild. Just give them a spear and they'll start clicking away down the fucking freeway hunting deer. I'm fine with that. There's a million deer everywhere. You ever been to California? They're fucking everywhere. Just do that. You're good to go. You're good to go. I don't care about the deer. I honestly don't care about the wildlife. I don't give a shit. Go eat a fucking raccoon. They're everywhere around here. Go hunt boar. You go hunt a boar? That's good eating. And they're a menace. They're a pest in the United States. They're everywhere. You hunt a boar and you're good. Just let people know that, hey, if you go and kill a wild animal, we're going to look the other way. Right? I think it's kind of stupid, no hunting in a king's forest type of bullshit anyway. Right? We all live here. If I want to kill something, I get to kill something. As long as it's not like a person or somebody's property or something like that. But like a fucking alligator, if I kill an alligator out here, that's like 20 years in prison. I'm not even fucking kidding you. I can get less time in jail for killing a person than killing an alligator out here. Which is wild because they're fucking everywhere. And they're a menace and they eat people. And I can't kill it. I'm gonna.
So in the next clip, I want to show you guys maybe the food stamp defender.
Despite says I got my job on Indeed. Yeah, okay, look, there are real jobs, but I'm just saying there is a lot of jobs on Indeed that are not real. Right? They just, companies put them on there to like look like they're hiring, and it's like a jobs report kind of, it's a scam.
Hey, you heard they're taking soda away from people who use food stamps? Goddamn right, I heard it. And they doing the right thing. How are they doing the right thing? Like, what does it matter?
You can drink water. I wouldn't do that. I like my bubble water. But I pay for it with green money. So, yeah. But, yeah.
Because they're using my tax dollars to sit up there and get sugary drinks and sweets and stuff, and I don't like that.
Your tax dollars? Like, just yours? Like, they didn't put in any money for it at all? Like, they...
Well, typically that's how it goes, isn't it? Right? If you live on welfare and food stamps your entire life, there's not a lot of tax dollars you're putting into the system, right? You're strictly extracting it. I mean, maybe you had a job, but like, you know what I'm trying to say? If you live on food stamps your entire life, you're not like, oh, I'm paying my taxes. You're not.
They've never worked a day in their life?
Probably not.
Is that what you're trying to insinuate?
What are you even talking about? What do you mean?
Honestly, in some cases, that's exactly what we are. Not even insinuating. That is what we are declaring.
It's true. I mean, hey, Doc, April 19th, no money you make from John 1st till then belongs to you. April 19th, no money you make from Jan 1st till then belongs to you. Yeah, so the first 4 months of the year goes straight to taxes, which is actually a pain in the ass. And yeah, that sucks. That sucks, yeah.
Declarative sentence. Somebody
thought it said John. It says Jan.
These people ain't never worked this.
I'm not Jan.
Solitary day in their life. So no, they did not put anything into the pot. But let me finish.
Knobstock says human parasites. They probably have their own parasites too. I'm not talking about their kids. I'm talking literal heartworm and stuff. They probably have heartworm.
People on food stamps have jobs. A lot of people on food stamps.
A lot of them do. Yes, this is a fact. That's true. All of them don't. I mean, you know what I mean by that, right? Not all of them have jobs. A lot of them just sit there and get knocked up by fucking Tyrone or whatever his name is. Some guy on his way to incarceration. And then that's just what they do, right? That's their job, is just getting nutted in and just spitting out some of it, 9 fucking kids. 9 kids. And you living on welfare, and then you're bitching that you can't feed your 9 fucking kids. Probably while pregnant. I can't tell because you're so fucking fat.
Stamps have jobs. If everyone doesn't, but that doesn't really mean they...
Hey, Doc, thanks, buddy. He gifted 5 subscriptions to the Incredible Sulk. Appreciate that, bro. I really do.
Be able to fucking have food stamps. And it doesn't mean that you're... What do I want to say? Paying...
Doc says some green dollars for your bubbly. I appreciate that. Because this shit is not cheap. And I go through, oh my God, we go through a lot. Because it's all I drink. And I know, that's kind of fucking bougie. I should be drinking water, but I'm not gonna. I'm not going to. I'm not gonna. But thank you. That's going to supply me with many bubbly waters.
For their whole fucking life or anything. So you're saying my money and their money goes into it. That's exactly what I'm saying. So why the fuck can't they use their money to buy?
Be fucking real, bro. In your shit. What is this? A popcorn ceiling? It's not even a popcorn. It's not even a textured ceiling. It's just dirty. This is just dust bunnies on his ceiling. This is just dust. This is it. His ceiling is dirty. That is fucking pissing. That pisses me off. That makes me angry. This makes me angrier than what you're saying. And what you're saying makes me pretty upset. But this makes me very upset. This is disgusting. You know you're breathing that stuff? Change your filter. Change the filter. Go to your HVAC system and pull out the filter and then put in a new filter. Some basic maintenance around the house. It's a machine that you have to kind of keep up with. Okay? Keep it relatively clean. I'm not saying be a nut about it. You don't have to be like Monk, pouring fucking boiling water onto his toothbrush or anything like that. Just take a broom and then whap at the ceiling a little bit. It'll come right off. You haven't even done that. You don't even need to get a ladder. For the chirping of the smoke detector, it's okay, fine, I have to go get a ladder. Okay, fine. It sucks, but I'm going to do it because I don't want to hear chirp every 30 seconds for even an afternoon. It would drive me wild. But that right there, you can't get, that's disgusting. That's gross. That's disgusting. I got a pedicure today. I did. I got a pedicure today. You want to see it? See, because my wife, it looks pretty good. It looks a lot better than it did. It looked bad, you guys. The thing, the cheese grater that he used to pull all the stuff off, it was caked with. It was gross. I have a picture here. It was pretty disgusting. Let me show you. Okay, so if you want to look, see, that's it. Yeah, that's all the stuff that came off the bottom of my foot. Pretty gross. Just looking over at the chat. Let's see what people have to say. Oh, they're not pleased. The people in the chat are not pleased. Jameson says, don't show feet. No, God, dude, no. What? Ew, show foot. Big B says, show foot. Your heels are still crusty. Farrell, it was a lot worse, okay? Look, my feet are, I walk around barefoot a lot. It's Florida. That's the thing we do. I have a big yard, want to walk around barefoot. They're going to be a little crusty. They're not my finest feature. Okay? But look, they really got a lot of it off. They really got a lot. It's still crusty, right? But they really did get a lot of it off. So, and, yeah. Wonder if my wife's watching the show.
Mouths are crazy.
She made me do it.
For real in the real world? What?
She made me do it because she was all like, we have to get you. We're going to go. Your feet are embarrassing. And so we have to go get a pedophile. I almost said a pedophile. We have to go get a pedicure. Let's go get that pedophile.
Fucking soda. Because they're poor and I don't want them to have shit.
I'm not going to even say nothing. What do you guys think?
Despite says, dude, what the fuck? Get some Okifa to put on your heels. What is Okifa? O'Keefe's. Don't know what that is still. You can buy foot rasp on Amazon for $10. Don't know what that is. You can get an egg shaver that works well. Don't know what that is. You guys are telling me a bunch of stuff I've never heard of before. Where I'm in Florida, we call that Circle K feet. Oh, that's funny. My father-in-law calls it 7-Eleven feet. But it's like we all have it. So
does he have a point? Is he right? Is he wrong? And why? So
Udder butter. Udder butter, another thing I don't know. Corn husker oil. Nope, no idea.
Time to hear from our favorite.
I don't know all these. Look, it's not my job to bathe and groom myself. That's Jess's work, okay? I got married for a reason, and it was, so I could be taken care of.
Food stamp employee. He's always got some crazy stories.
I truly don't even.
Damn, son, how hard do you walk on your heels? I don't know, man. It's just like it. I walk on. They're normal. That's pretty thick. That's callousy, right? That's like a good set. That's a lot of callus. You could probably shoot like a 22 bullet at the heel of my foot, and it would bounce right off. It's like a rhinoceros skin.
Working for the food stamp office from home. I gotta take my glasses off. Y'all got my head hurting. I don't know what it is about Fridays or why y'all call with the most attitude on Fridays, but I'm sick of it.
Because they got to go to their club. They're going to their club. Hey, and everyone judging my feet in the chat right now, I went to the pedicurist. Is that what they're called? Because I was about to say pedophiler, which I know isn't correct. But I went there. And, you guys aren't giving me any credit for that. That was my whole point from the beginning, right? I'm actually putting in effort to maintain certain things around my house and my corpus, right? Honestly, my feet, I don't even look at them. I don't look at them. This is why Jess was like, we need to take you in and stuff like that. And the guy was taking like a fucking angle grinder to it, like Dumb and Dumber, and it's like sparks flying off and shit. Did you see the picture? Did you see the picture? Yeah, okay, you saw the picture.
Had a woman call me. I give her my script, asked her what service she's calling about. She says food stamps.
Jameson says, reminds me of when I was doing roofing work in bare feet in the early 2000s. Nice. Nothing wrong with being barefoot. Right? Grounding, all right? Touch grass. It's touching grass. But honestly, they feel soft. My feet feel soft because he took a good layer of chunk off the bottom of them. So they're a little tender, I'm not going to lie.
I said, okay, could I start by getting your first and last name? She tells me I can't get
Was it a container Asian or a regular Asian? Container.
shit. Well, neither can you because how
Obviously. They're the best ones for the foot thing.
am I supposed to help you if I can't verify your information?
Also, they were super nice. They didn't judge me or anything like that. They didn't call in the other Asians to like sit around and be like, what the fuck, man? Or whatever. But bing bong. I don't know. I can't do Asian. My name's Frozen Asian. I know that was intentionally bad. Okay. That is not how Frozen Asian sounds. He's more like, oh, I'm sad. I hate my life. Which is really bad because we're just gonna bully you more for that. Okay. We can't. It's not even our fault anymore. We can't. It's not our fault. We have to bully him now.
She's popping off at the mouth. I let her finish. I say, ma'am, per protocol, unless I verify your information, I cannot help you. I just have a general question. What do you mean you can't help me? Once again, ma'am, per protocol. She argues. She ends up giving me her stuff. I verify her information. She goes, well, can I answer my question? Well, can I ask my question now? I say, yes, ma'am, you can ask your question. She took a deep breath and asked me, does food stamps cover wet dog food? Now, you know damn well. Oh, my God. You know it don't.
I didn't know it didn't. Because I've never been on food stamps in my entire life. I didn't know that. I kind of assumed it would. Because I don't know. I mean, they covered lube. Why wouldn't they cover dog food?
Food stamps is for humans, not dogs. I do hope your dog eat, but you really took me through all of that for this.
You're getting $4K a month. You know, just get some cheap beef and cook it up and feed it to them. I mean, like, really, it's honestly better than dog food. Feeding your dog food is bad because they put like roadkill and shit like that, and they like shelter animals sometimes with like the flea collar still on them. They'll just like, you know, the dogs they put down, right? They'll just toss the whole dog into the blender that goes into the dog food with the collar, the flea collars, with them on, and so the dogs are eating other dogs. It's not good. It's not good food.
I need to get off.
Oh my goodness. Dog stamps, everybody trying to get a hold of this. All right, guys.
Arden Chair says, I was on food stamps when I was like 6. I remember the black and white boxes, cans, and powdered milk. We should go back to that. Yeah, well, that was a different time, bro. Now it's like fancy. Now you get fancy lubes and shit that you can drink. You put a straw in that lube. You're drinking it up. It's delicious. You can get all kinds of garbage. I mean, you've seen it. You've seen how enormous these people are. And like, honestly, them going off of food stamps for a couple of months is a good thing. Simply for their health. They'll live a couple of months. I guarantee you they'll all live. No one is going to starve to death. No one is going to starve to death. They're just not going to get as much food as they got before. And also, if you're getting $4,000 a month, you don't want to set aside a couple of months of like emergency provisions? That's fucking retarded. Are you stupid? That is stupid. I keep reserved food. I mean, we're in Florida, right? So everybody here has a reserve of food and ammunition and like gasoline, things to survive disasters, right? It's just part of being in Florida. We get hit by hurricanes and stuff. So everyone has a reserve. Some people have shelters and stuff. It's just part. But you don't have a fucking reserve. You're fucking pulling in that kind of cash. You don't have a reserve at all. You're pissing it all away on like weaves and fake nails and shit. You deserve it. You deserve this 100%. The EBT food stamps aren't going to be coming in for maybe 2 months. Maybe 2 months. You can't live for 2 months on your own? Then you don't deserve to live for 2 months on your own. That would be easy. If I got paid, I'd stop getting paid today completely. I can make it 2 months. It wouldn't be terribly comfortable. I'm not going to lie to you. But like, it's not going to kill my family. I'd be like, okay, I can wait a couple of months. It's fine. It's all right.
That's funny. This next person doesn't think it's funny at all. In fact, they want you to stop hating.
Knob says milk, rice, beans, chicken, veggies could all be the thing food stamps cover. And it should be actual stamps tied to the person they were given to. If they caught selling them, they would get kicked. Well, yeah. And trust me, they thought about that. But they said that would be racist. That would be racist. That's just racist. Or some bullshit answer like that. Come on, we all know what's going on. We all know what's going on. This is a gigantic scam to fucking... These people are scamming. And the people in government are scamming us. It is a big circular scam. Okay? They know they're selling them. Everybody knows. Because you can't eat $4,000 worth of food in a month. Obviously, you can't do that. Nobody can do that. God, I could feed 30 people with that kind of money. I mean... With that kind of money, you could buy a lot of stuff in bulk. So, yeah, it would probably be pretty doable. But, like, even if you had 6 kids, come on, dude. And look at the size of you. Look at the size of you.
Hating on people who are getting food stamps. Roll it.
You know how idiotic of a person you gotta be to hate on somebody that gets food stamps and free housing
I bet you're going to tell us.
and don't want work. It's almost as idiotic as us getting up every morning and going to do a job.
I don't understand. I'm sorry. I might be one of those idiotics that you refer to. I don't understand. I like going in this. I like doing this. This is. I consider this my work. I get up every morning. I come to you guys. You make fun of me for being gay and stuff. And then I come in here at night, and then you guys continue to make the gay jokes. I don't know why I like this job. I just do. All right? It is what it is. All right? I don't feel like an idiot for doing it. Well, that's... Most of the time I don't. But, like, what the fuck are you talking about? How do you think society works? You're driving a car on a road, talking into a cell phone. How do you think that came into existence? How do you think that came into existence? Where do you think that shit comes from? The world around you. How do you think this exists? Do you think it was just there? And everyone woke up one day and we're like, we have a modern society. Fucking righteous. No. This is the accumulation of centuries of work. Centuries of work by generations of people that were not related to you, honestly. And this is the world that we built. And you came in and just start sucking everything up and be like, why do I have to work for this? It was already here. It was already here. So... I must be the idiot. I must be. Because I simply cannot understand. I can't understand. I'm sorry that idiots get up and go to work. Okay? And I'm sorry that you get everything for free. Hold on. You're giving me a fucking brain tumor, dude. I can feel it. It's like, maybe it's my brain thinking real hard because a genius queen like you is just so above me that I can't comprehend the brilliantness that is going through that fucking mud shack of a head of yours. I'm going to fucking pop a blood vessel in my eye. That's what's going to happen.
That's gonna take half of our paycheck.
She's saying this stuff is
Shimo says you are not stupid, but you are gay. Thank you.
idiotic. She also slid that don't want to work in there. Let me go ahead and reverse. She thought she was slick by sliding that don't want to work in there. So I got
Jameson says John's brain is going through what my brain was going through back in 2010. It hurts, doesn't it? It hurts.
To hate on somebody that gets food stamps and free housing and don't want to work. It's almost as idiotic as us getting up every morning and going to do a job.
Arden Sheriff says, honestly, I'm not seeing a difference between poors and elites. They are both equally disconnected from the real world. Yeah, in different ways, for sure. For sure, they're definitely disconnected in different ways. And it's just the middlemen, the people that actually want to exterminate. And come on. Let's be real. That is the proper term. That have to fucking go to work every day. That have to keep the systems running just as long as until we get robots to come in and do everything, which I'm getting my robot, and hopefully he's going to sit down right here in this chair and you guys can call him gay and he'll hit the fucking thing and everything, dude. Then I can go do whatever it is I do. But, probably just sit here too. I don't know.
Job that's going to take half of our paycheck. When you walk into the grocery store and you pay $10 for an apple.
Jameson says, has chickens, has guns, has the ability to clean what I kill, best life. I can go out in my backyard and from my back porch, I can go fishing, catch catfish, snook, all that kind of shit. I had chickens. My wife wants more chickens. I said, I don't want more chickens, but we're probably going to get more chickens. She says she's going to kill them. I'm like, honey, okay, you kill them. You kill them and you clean them and stuff. Because I don't want to, I will do it. I'll cut a fucking chicken's head off. I have no problem doing that. But I know you're going to sit there and cry about it, right? You're going to have to cry tears. I'm going to lop its head off and shit like that. And you're going to be like, it was a good chicken. Oh my God. It's a fucking chicken. So fucking chicken free side for 10. Thank you. Here's some money towards the hula pie next week. Enjoy. Thank you so much, sir. I will. I certainly will.
How could you hate on the motherfucker that get it for free? In a country where
don't mix meat birds with layers. What does that mean? What does that mean, Big B?
People put in blood, sweat, tears, and work.
Have I cleaned a chicken before? No. I've cleaned fish, but not chickens.
How?
Easy, but
everybody can't go.
Is it hard? Is it? You rip the feathers off and you gut it? Doesn't seem, but it could be hard. I don't know.
Matter of fact, you could do the same thing if you decide.
Art and Shar says support Sulk's family's EBT fund. We ain't getting our EBT. What are we gonna do? We ain't getting our food stamps. What are we gonna do? Am I seriously that big? Am I a big, ginormous, fat lady saying, I don't know what I'm going to do? That they owe me food stamps. They owe me damn food stamps. What am I going to do?
Say, fuck it. I'm going to just live off the government.
They don't live off the government. Nobody lives off the government. The government doesn't make money. We make money. The human beings that populate the country make money. And then the government then extracts that money through force and then gives it to you. It's not living off the government. You have to be... I want you to know this. I want you to know this, okay? You are taking stolen funds and using them as you see fit, okay? Which in any other context would be considered a crime. It's called receiving stolen property. It is a crime. But for some reason, when the government does it, it's not a crime. There's a lot of laws like that. For one, the Social Security system. That's technically a Ponzi scheme. That would be considered a crime if the government wasn't doing it. Yeah.
You just decided to not have any dignity or self-respect.
Squirrel is really good. I've killed squirrels. I've killed a number of squirrels. I've killed snakes. I've killed hundreds of snakes. I never cleaned them. I don't think cleaning a squirrel would be that tough. A snake would be super easy.
I'm just gonna let
you just fucking rip the skin off of that thing. It's just a tube of meat. I did a snake in a hot second.
Take care of me. Everybody else be danged. Everybody else who's working can make
Look, I'm not worried about me, right? We like garden and shit too, and like I'm not worried about me. I don't get EBT. I don't get food stamps. I'm kind of mad about that now because now I'm like, whoa, yo, what the fuck? But like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm fine. They need it. And they're not going to go clean a fucking squirrel. They're not going to stomp a rattlesnake to death and then try to cook it up. Which really, it's not that hard. They're stupid.
An honest wage, doing an honest day's work. Everybody else be danged.
Wear boots.
Forget your kids. I'm just going to live off.
I would cut them in half with a shovel. Right? Cut the head right off.
For your efforts.
It ain't for everybody. I wouldn't do it, but I damn sure ain't finna hate on the next woman that.
I can use your hands to field dress a rabbit in about 30 seconds. My hands? Why would you use my hands? Couldn't you use your hands?
That's doing it. Come on now.
And rabbit is far too lean. I mean, there's no fat on rabbit.
Have you seen child care prices? Lord forbid a mama actually try to go to work. She can't even afford child care. So respectfully, when a mama decides to stay home.
Hey, Daywave? Daywave raided the stream. Why did Daywave raid the stream? The fuck? What? Why did that happen? Thank you, Daywave. I was on Daywave this morning. I remember it happening. Did it just end? Did they kick me off and then continue going?
Stay home and continue just
what the hell happened?
That when you already can't take care of the ones that you got. You gotta listen to the arguments that people making. You talking about people hating, but y'all got.
He was doing a scary movie thing. Oh. It's really late for Daywave, John. Good. Daywave was watching Freddy vs. Jason. Did they invite me?
That start making sense.
They probably did, honestly. But I just didn't see it. I was playing video games. No, they didn't. Okay.
Oh, people aren't making sense.
Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Okay.
Thinking rationally and end up getting in these situations where you gotta look like a.
She must have stopped having kids. You're talking to them, not me, obviously. Hey Dan. Hey Goofy. Hey everybody. That was Gang War. 'Cause you suck, John. Also, hi. Hey Gang War. Hi.
Play on defending them. This is foolish thinking. Don't listen to this. This is foolish. We are not bad for not wanting people to take advantage of a
Pessy's stream crapped out. The fuck is going on?
System that we pay into.
What has been going on with Rumble? What has been going on with the internet in general? Is it some sort of cyber attack? It has to be a cyber attack. I don't think it's like some weird comment, Atlas 3i or like sun storms or whatever it is, solar storms. It has to be a cyber attack. They know the U.S. It could be coming from Venezuela or some shit, but probably China. I don't know. I don't give, I give a shit. I don't want that to happen, but it is what it is.
That doesn't make us bad. That makes the person who's taking advantage of it bad.
Onia says, poor John. They don't treat me right. They don't treat me right.
For taking advantage of it.
They don't. Right? You think it's the Asian one or something like that. It's not. It's me. I'm the one. I'm the one they don't treat right.
Guys, the blame shifting is insane.
Sorry.
I ain't mad about it. How can y'all look at somebody in this country where you can't even go to the hospital for free?
You can go to the hospital for free because they will send you bills and you will not pay them. And they're not going to look. Most of the time, they will garnish your wages. But you live off food stamps. They're not going to garnish your wages. You have no wages. You get paid by the government just to have kids. So you can go to the hospital for free. I'm sure you're not worried about your credit because I've never met a black person worried about their credit. I mean, I'm sure they're out there, don't get me wrong, but like, I ain't never seen them. It's just
they get food stamps, government assistance from the same government that fucks you every day.
Fucks me! Not you! What are you talking about? SNAP benefits being cut off affected the internet? Yeah, because they couldn't get their SNAP benefits, so they stopped going to work. I have no idea, dude. Something with Amazon Web Services, I don't know. My mom was in insurance billing forever. 9 out of 10 people do not pay their hospital bills. That's why aspirin is $40. Then why the fuck am I paying so much fucking money to the hospital? You guys remember, my kid had to go in for stitches. It was $100 a stitch. 6 stitches, $100 a piece. Bam, 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 bam. Took 20 minutes, tops. That was with insurance too. It would have been like $2,500, like $3,000 without insurance. $600 with insurance. Good insurance, mind you. For stitches. For something I could have done at home. Right? And next time I absolutely will do that. I'll be like, well, yeah. 9 out of 10 people don't pay their hospital bills? Doesn't that affect your credit? Is anybody worried about their credit score, or have I been tricked my entire fucking life to pay my bills on time? Have I been tricked my entire life to pay my bills on time? What's the point of having a fucking 700 whatever? I feel like an idiot. I feel like a fucking idiot.
At least somebody is getting some benefits from it.
Get it stapled? Yeah, I'll staple it. I couldn't like this one. It was all funky. If it was like straighter, but they would have stapled it, right? If it was straight, but it was all funky and shit. He's fine now. You can't even see it.
What's not cooking?
I gotta see these comments. If I get free housing and food, why should I work when I can get money by relying on the government assistance?
What are the things that I need to do? What exactly do I need to do to get this? Let's all get in on this. Can you guys start donating food stamps to the show? Can you donate food stamps to my show? Can I get a thing where like we accept EBT? Can I get that? Can I get one of those things? How do I work that? How do I work that system? I know these people love my show. I can tell. How do I get in on that? How do I get on that fucking system? Because I'm getting raped in the ass over here. I'm getting absolutely raped in the ass by not getting $6,000 a month from the fucking government for fucking getting nutted in. Is that what I needed to do? Is that what I need to do? Get nutted in by random black men? Because I'll think about it. Ardenshire, don't.
It makes sense, okay? They be so mad, like I don't get it.
Oh, look at this. Wait, hold on. We got another Docky Rock with another 5 subs. Thanks, bro. Really appreciate it. Are these food stamps? No, they're not food stamps, but they will help me eat. I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
EBT talking. I don't see the problem.
Now I don't have to get nutted in by random black men. Thank you, Doc.
A quick Google search will tell anybody. Who
Shut
gets
up,
the most
no.
government assistance. They mean the white people are getting more government assistance than black people.
Jameson says, whoa, getting nutted in by black men seems like risky behavior. Yeah, you know what else is risky? Being a lineman. Being a welder, an underwater welder on an oil rig. Working in a sewer cleaning out pipes, right? There is a lot of very risky occupations out there. And getting nutted in by black people seems like a pretty risky one, I'm not going to lie to you. But it is, it's one of the options, and it's 6 figures a year for life. For life. Feral Pigeon, I thought you already were getting nutted in by black men. Thank you, Feral.
That's what that means. Y'all can have a field day with that. I think that's
Thank you.
some of them that try to help themselves or their kids.
Appreciate it.
Those kinds of assistants are meant to be part-time, not full-time. I don't know their situation, so I can't say. Okay, let's see. Let's see the reply. Come on. Who said that? It's for as long as they can keep approving them. What?
So what? Do you
I
get
see if the rest
approved
of my
like,
comment got
hold on.
removed. Typical.
Do you get approved month by month, or do you get approved for like a year? I don't know. I don't know if any of you would know. Has anybody, I mean, Arden says he was when he was like 6, but I don't think he knows like the system. But has anybody else been on food stamps at any point in their life where they know the intricacies of how it works?
The government says it's
I won't judge you. Look, food stamps are fine. Are absolutely fine when you're going through a rough patch, right? People lose their jobs. You know, you got bills to pay and like, you know, shit happens. I could just say everything, shit happens, right? So if you're on food stamps for a few months, even like up to a year, it's okay, right? That's fine. I'm not worried about that. But if you're on food stamps for 3 fucking generations and there's like 50 of you, that's like you're taking advantage. You're spreading a sickness throughout the you know. If you keep getting knocked up time after time after time, not planning on making a family with anybody particular, you just need that sweet semen. Again, don't fucking clip me. You're a problem. You're a problem. God, I know he's going to fucking clip me. And I can't even stop myself. I can't even fucking stop myself.
Obviously, they're still going to get it if they need it.
I can't.
Yeah, these do not pass the vibe check, except for this last one. You obviously do not work. She said, nah, you work for me. That's diabolical. That is diabolical. That's a great.
Arden Shire says, I think I solved John's problem. All he has to do is post Sulk stream now accepting EBT, and then donos should start pouring in. Okay, I'll do that. The Sulk stream is now accepting EBT, all right? By mail. Mail me your food stamps, and I will accept that as a donation. If I get even like one, I'll lose my mind laughing. I'll die laughing. I won't even spend it. I'll frame it. I'll frame it. I'll be like, that right there is my show's first EBT stamp. It's like $1. It's in a fucking frame. It costs more than the stamp, right? And maybe it'll be a collector's item at one point. I don't know.
Great comeback, but that is diabolical. And that's the kind of stuff that be making us mad, though, because not only are you doing...
Anita says $200 max for a single person is when people have kids, they start paying out retarded amounts of money, like thousands plus for like 2 kids. I have 2 kids. Are they little money bags running around? Do I have a couple little money bags running around? Should I hang it, like, grab them by their feet and start shaking them out and all the food stamps start falling out of them? I don't know. Maybe.
Doing it, but you parading it, you getting on TikTok, promoting it, telling other people to do it, and then you laughing in people's face saying, haha, you work for me. That's why we don't have sympathy.
Doc says, of course, love this place. Cheers. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Right.
I really do.
That attitude.
And he's a doctor, right? So that means this is a sophisticated show. This is like Frasier. This is like Frasier with the gay little dog and shit.
Ooh, that demeanor.
The dog's not gay. Frasier's the gay one. Frasier is the gay one for sure. I don't know who that would be on this show.
The lifestyle, the worldview, the everything.
Not me.
It's everything that's wrong with the country. I'm sorry. It just is. But did y'all know that people were out here actually stealing food stamps?
I was scammed of my EBT food stamps. They even took the cash assistance.
This cult has more smart members. Goofy didn't say that. I added the more smart. But thank you.
Tuesday, I was supposed to get my food stamps. Go to the store, swipe, and it keeps getting declined. Call the one.
Okay, when you do it twice, it's not going to work a third time. But I bet you did it a third time.
800 number. It tells me I have $0. I'm like, that's impossible.
Why?
Call the number to get in contact with my caseworker. I'm on hold for like 20 minutes. They were like, we'll call you back. They don't.
Farrell says, my cousin gets $1,000 per month and she had twins. She is now third generation on that side of my family. Damn. $1,000 a month? That wouldn't cover all my food bills, but it would cover a large chunk of them. I think I pay like $400 a month for food. I think. I'm not exactly sure. Jess does the food shopping, so I don't know. But like, that would cover a lot of food.
Phone call.
That would cover a lot of food.
I get the phone call.
That is a massive Costco trip. Like, if I go to Costco with a fucking G in my pocket, like, that's a good haul. That is a good haul.
From the lady, while I'm on the train trying to go to Brooklyn, mind you, I live in the Bronx, so I can get this situated because I'm thinking I need a new card. She tells me she can't hear me. I tried yelling, everything, can't hear me. I'm like, fuck it. Try to call back, about to go underground. I wait 3 hours at the HRA. Hella ghetto, very crazy. They come and tell me that I've been scammed, and they cleared out my cash assistance and my food stamps.
I know a lot of times we
Scammed? You can scam the EBT system? Well, these people definitely aren't doing that.
Focus on the negativity, the rage bait. But I wanted to share with you guys something encouraging. A personal testimony from someone who was on food stamps in a terrible situation.
You're coming home with another e-bike at that point. They do have e-bikes there, and they do cost roughly that much. How much did I... They're not expensive. I think they're like $700 or something at the Costco, and they're like the folding kind. And I was like, I saw one. And I was like, I'm considering getting this, because like the one I have is like big, and it's like more like a motorcycle, and it's heavy, right? But if I had one that I could just fold in half and toss in the back of my car and like zip around places, wouldn't be the worst thing. I'd be interested in that. You guys hate e-bikes and robots apparently now too, so I'm getting a robot too. I'm getting one of those Neobots. Put my name on the list and everything. So there's going to be a robot stomping around here, which is going to be weird. We live in the future. We live in the future, so yeah.
Well, here's my testimony, just a small bit of my life. When I was 18 years old, my dad had a rule that if you're going to live in his house past the age of 18, because at that point you're grown, the responsibility of taking care of your child in that manner is no longer there, that I had to have a job and I had to financially contribute to the house.
So I went and got knocked up and got food stamps.
Or I had to be in college with a part-time job pursuing a career. I personally did not want to go to college, so I decided to do the work route. And I was working at a college in the cafeteria part-time. And I was paying the bills my dad had required, or like the amount that he required, but I didn't have much left over for me to begin building a life for myself. Little did I know, making that decision of keeping a part-time job and not pursuing a job that could make it to where I could eventually move out and afford to live on my...
College seems like a scam these days. I mean, it seemed like a scam. I didn't go to fucking college. Obviously, you guys knew that. I mean, like, you can tell. I don't use words good. So, yeah, it seems like an absolute scam, though. Like, some people are out there getting, like, several $100,000 in debt going into college. And, like, even if you get a decent degree and shit, You're not coming out from under that. What is it like? I don't know. One lady was paying like 26%. And I'm like, are you fucking retarded? Do you understand compounding interest? You don't. You don't understand compounding interest at all. And at all. So you're fucked. You are a slave. You signed up to be a slave for the rest of your life. Do you understand that? So on top of taxes too. After all the taxes and stuff, you're a slave for the rest of your life. Congratulations. For what? For dance theory. Oh, good. Oh, how do you not feel bad for somebody like that? Because they're stupid and it's difficult to feel bad for stupid people. I understand. I get your point. I do. I get your point. But everybody's stupid when they're 18. Everyone's a fucking idiot when they're 18, right? And if some guy says, yeah, you can have $100,000, just sign here. When you're 18 years old and you don't understand like the intricacies of banking and like loan sharking and usury, you're going to make a bad decision. Can't have cigarettes. You can't drink alcohol, but you can sign your life away. Makes you feel a little bad. I don't feel bad for these people. And honestly, I kind of don't feel bad for those people who sign. Look, you sign up for a fucking college degree that's dumb and gay, and you go off to college and makes you a dumb gay socialist, and then you come out gloating how you're a dumb gay college-educated socialist, and I'm just too stupid to understand your smart decisions, and then you're buried in debt working as a barista, serving me fucking coffee. You make it hard for me to feel bad for you. You really do. If you didn't have that arrogance about you, that holier-than-thou attitude, then I might be like, oh, yeah, you kind of got screwed. You really did. They ruined your life. But, like, you go in and then you come out voting. You get to vote and shit, and you're like, I don't have to pay my college off because stuff. I'm better than you. Then I want to strangle you. I want to jump across that Starbucks counter and fucking start strangling you like this. I'd be like, I said Frappuccino! No H! It's John without an H! I said that 3 times! They don't know.
My own ended me homeless by my decision. Something was said to me to where I just chose to leave to respect my parents' home, and I ended up homeless at the age of 18. I share that little tidbit of my life to say this. My dad could have easily changed his requirements in his home and changed, took back what he said to me that made me leave, because I want to emphasize again, he didn't tell me to leave. I chose to leave because I didn't like what was said to me, and I wanted to respect my...
Jameson said technical school out the gate at 17, then got into finance. Good times. I bet you knocked it out of the park, too. I mean, like... Look, a lot of people were brainwashed for decades. And look, I went to public school. I knew what they were saying, the fucking counselors and shit like that. You go to college, you're not going to make any fucking money. You're not going to be able to get in the job market and stuff like that and stuff. And like, none of that's true. None of that's true. No, they're lying to you. I at least had a good enough head on my shoulders. When I turned 16, I took the GED and I was fucking out of there. I bummed around. I did random shit for a long time. I did a bunch of different shit. But like, I was at least out of there. I know they were full of shit from the get-go. But a lot of people don't. And the worst offenders, the worst ones, are the people who go to high school and then I'm going to college to be an educator. And then they go right back into fucking high school. You're going right back. You never left this little coddled fucking ecosystem that you built for yourself. This is like Reddit in real life. That's what this place is. This is a real life Reddit. And you see those fucking teachers? They're the mods. But somehow bigger losers. Why did you choose to do this? I mean, I guess it's job security. I mean, when you're holding people's children hostage, what better job security is there? Not much.
My parents, but he could have easily changed his regulations to make my life easier, but he didn't.
Shimo said the same. I got my GED. You know what I didn't get? I didn't get $100,000 in debt.
That decision,
that's what I.
18.
And I'm doing better than fucking 90% of the people I went to school with, easily. I mean, easily.
Me into.
I mean, I couldn't tell you that. I don't even know because I don't fucking keep in contact with those people. I'm just assuming a lot.
Who I am today.
I know how shit is these days. I know shit kind of sucks. And like it sucks out. It's just sucks, right? So I'm making a lot of assumptions. Maybe a lot of them are doing very well. I bet some of them are.
My dad's house. I was jumping from friends' houses to my grandma's house. It was like a good year and a half, I believe, that I was like technically homeless because I had no place to call home and I was living out of my suitcase. And then, you know, I'll share the rest of the story another time if you guys would like. But long story short, I ended up living with my grandma and I ended up having my first big girl job at Wells Fargo and starting a career. So now let's bring what I'm trying to say full circle. A lot of people are seeing the situation of no longer being able to be on.
Hog says being a mechanic is sweet. I don't have to deal with many people, especially in aircraft recovery. Dude, aircraft mechanics make a lot of money. But like that's being an aircraft mechanic is hard. Like I saw like an aircraft mechanic manual is like fucking thick, dude. So yeah, that's a well-paying gig.
On food stamps. Now, listen to the requirements. It's for the people who are able-bodied, meaning there's absolutely nothing wrong with you as to why you should not be getting up and going to work. And number two, they have no dependents. So there's no scheduling reason, no babysitting. There's no reason why you should be getting food stamps and you're an able-bodied person with no dependents, okay? So for my people who are making this seem like a bad thing, I need you to stop. Because from my experience in life, when pressure is applied, you either crack and crumble, or you put pressure back and you get up and you do what you need to do to succeed.
Yeah, well, they're planning on stealing from the Walmart. That's what happens. They're like, we got pressure applied, and instead of like rising up and, you know, actually like becoming self-sufficient, we're going to steal things. We're all going to steal things. We are going to make a run on the grocery stores, and they are going to go out of business and shut down, and then we're going to scream racism because there's no Walmart in the hood. It's a tale as old as time. It is, I mean, like, am I in Groundhog's Day? Because I know exactly what's going to happen, and everyone else does too. It has to be planned. You're telling, this has to be planned. This has to be a plan to enforce some sort of social hierarchy or some sort of like, I don't know, universal basic income or something like that. This has to be a plan, right? I know I'm a conspiracy theorist and shit like that. And a lot of people, it's a conspiracy theory. Like, I used to get that a lot, right? But then they all started coming true. And then now people don't really, conspiracy theory. But it's because a lot of them are really, they became true and shit like that. And so a lot fewer people are doing that. So, I mean, like, but nobody expects the next conspiracy theory. Nobody expects, you know, they hear about like 9/11 and they, you know, you're fucking putting the pieces together 25 years later. And they're like, yeah, I guess that didn't make any sense. Oh, well. You're not extrapolating that into like our current situation or any of that. COVID was like fucking 20, like something years ago. I mean, it's like 5 years ago. Something. You're not up to date with that one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. So like telling you about the next one is not, it's not worthwhile. It's not worthwhile. Okay. 10-4.
I don't know very many
10-4.
successful people who crack under pressure. So if you're one of those people who food stamps is now being taken, God has to make.
Gang War says, once a conspiracy guy, now people ask my opinion on things kind of spooky. I know the dominoes are starting to fall. And not the pizza place either.
You uncomfortable to get you to the next place in which he has for you to be. So see this as a blessing.
A lot of people are picking up the signs. They're like, wow, it doesn't seem like a lot of bullshit. It seems to be coming true and shit. And then, you know, it's called the staircase of disbelief, right? It is this thing where once you take that first step, Then the next step is a little bit shallower, right? It's not as big of a step as the first step was. Because the first step is big. The first step is like, okay, that means the government is lying to me and everyone else in the country. And obviously that's easy for us to understand. Reasonable people. That's easy for reasonable people to understand. But boomers don't, because they were in charge of the government since they were like in their 20s, right? My entire life, the president has been a boomer, except for Biden. Biden was silent generation. I don't know about Reagan, though. So, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close, right? So they've been in charge of government for, I don't know, fucking at least 4 decades. At least 4 decades. So they don't understand that their own people would be lying to them. But it's pretty easy for us to do it. So once you take that first step of disbelief, the next step, and then the step after that, and then the step after that, it all starts to crumble around you. Your entire worldview is just, holes start to develop. That has to be a scary thing. And if it didn't happen to me at such a young age, yeah, I could see it being pretty daunting. Pretty daunting. But, yeah, conspiracies are a real fucking thing, man. And they're all over the place, and they happen all the time. I don't even know why it's an issue believing in conspiracy. It seems like the natural order of things. Of course, powerful men are going to get together in secret and make plans that affect the general public. That seems like a normal thing to do. Calling it a conspiracy isn't even fair. That's just a meeting. That's a business meeting. But they call it a conspiracy to throw doubt onto the subject, right? This is all part of the fucking conspiracy.
And a motivation to get off of whatever you're sitting on and get on your feet and start, putting back into society what you took, because that's other people being able to pay into the fact that you get food stamps. So you're paying forward back into what you took when you were on food stamps, and you're all.
Despite says Reagan was a Hollywood douche. Yeah, and the boomers love Reagan. I don't know why they love Reagan. Reagan did a lot of bullshit, man. He did a lot of fucking stupid bullshit. Firearms Act. He made it illegal for people to sue vaccine manufacturers for damages. He let a bunch of crazy people out of the hospital, and now everyone's shitting all over the street, and there's fucking needles everywhere. There's I don't know. You guys are probably going to tell me more. But that's 3 pretty big ones.
Also building a life in which you can sustain for yourself, to where you're not depending on the government.
He was Boomer Jesus. The boomers loved Reagan. I don't know why. I don't get why. Because he was famous? Because he was an actor? I don't get it. I don't know.
I'm going to leave you with these last 2 things. Number 1.
He raised the drinking age. That son of a bitch.
Last I checked, the Bible says that those...
Reagan was funny. That's all. He allowed no-fault divorcing. No-fault divorce in California. No-fault divorce. That was destructive. That was bad.
Who do not work, do not eat. Hey, and those who are lazy, property.
He made open container illegal. Was this like the most uncool president on the planet? Now you can't even walk around with a beer. You can't be chill anymore like that. Mr. Footbag says he married a troon, which I don't know if that's true. Nancy was pretty small.
Look around you.
But that's enough. I don't know about that last one, but that's enough. That's enough to be like, wow, you're a fucking douche, dude. You're a fucking tool. You seem pretty lame. I mean, I can't carry my beer around anymore. And now, people are getting divorced everywhere. And there's crazy people and shit like that. And I can't even shoot them with a gun. Can't even shoot them with my fully automatic rifle. I thought it was America. I thought it was America. That's how I feel. That's genuinely how I feel. I thought this was America.
All you being food stamps and whatever else you're doing to make money, is that enough? Why are you okay with living with the bare minimum?
Come on now.
Why are you okay living a life in which someone else can dictate whether or not you eat? Because right now you have set yourself in a situation that since the government said no more, you no longer have the financial stream.
Christian says Hitler was literally Reagan. I don't even know what you mean by
that you need to feed yourself and your family if you have to.
Don't even know what you
Ever
mean
get
by
complacent in life depending on anything but God. I love y'all. That's it. That's all.
He closed up senior services.
What more needs to be said? She said it all. I mean, that's it. That's all.
Okay, well, I didn't listen to most of it. I'm sure it was inspirational. I heard the inspirational music, and I took that opportunity to say my own inspirational hate speech for Reagan. And look, I am by no means a Democrat. I know people like Kathy Griffin also hate Reagan for whatever stupid reason she has, but she's a fucking psychopath. So let's not conflate me with people like that red-headed fucking Chucky character that grew tall. Okay?
Sister. Yes. Wow. That was amazing.
Yeah, Jess says he made it so you couldn't sue Big Pharma for jabbing. I mentioned that. Yeah, I did mention that. That is a pretty fucked up thing. And if there was no such thing as jab injuries, why make it illegal to sue for them? Seems kind of sus. Seems a little sus.
An amazing story. I love hearing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, based off the videos that we are seeing, that's what it'd be looking like.
I'm 27-year-old single mom, and I just got my food stamp. All right, let's get into this food stamp haul. Single mom to 4 kids. First off,
Dan Snott, Reagan botched the AIDS epidemic. Oh, wait, that was Fauci under Reagan. Yeah, that was Fauci, and like for some reason, 40 years later, he was still like, dude. I mean, like, why is this? It's the same guy. It's the same guy that did the whole AZT thing back. They made a movie about it, Dallas Buyers Club, right? It was the same fucking guy, and they're like, we're bringing him back again. It's old school, right? It's old school. Hey, everybody, Fauci's on the news again. It's like the good old times, right? It's got to be the 90s again, or the 80s, or whenever that fucking happened. A long time ago. A long-ass time ago. Brothers just reliving the golden years. Is that what? They're living the good times back when money was basically free and they got to, do it. They got to pay rent by collecting cans and shit like that. They're all like, we just wanted to bring it back around again to fuck all you guys over. Even though we're already rich and live in giant castles on the top of hills and stuff. I know all boomers aren't rich, but it seems like your fault. I'm sorry. You had a lot of opportunity to become rich. All you had to do was buy one house, and it was like reasonable. It was like $100,000. You couldn't do that. You couldn't pay $400 a month in a fucking mortgage. You couldn't do that. That's wild. That's wild.
I want to get into some of the comments I've been receiving on my baby daddy posts or my posts in general. What the fuck?
Okay, say this with me. My baby daddy. They say it. My baby daddy. I don't know how they do it. My baby daddy. It is some sort of weird, I don't know, it's a skillful use of it's like that. Because it's said so often that it's basically I don't know how I can't even do it right. She rattled that shit off.
Fuck is funny. Being a single mom is an insult, but at the end of the day, how the fuck do you not know I left the person I was with? He was beating me up. He was financially abused.
Well, that's your fault. Sorry, it's your fault. You choose them. Don't you choose them? I'm sorry. Aren't women the choosers? Aren't they the choosers of the species specifically because they carry a high burden by carrying a child for 9 months and then having to raise that child? So you have to choose, like, did he force his way into your life and then you just dated him and married him and I got knocked up by him and stuff like that? I'm sorry. I feel you want me to feel bad for you because you married an abuser because you got knocked up and you let him, like, financially? Come on. You're fucking lying again. Again. Stop. We're not all fucking idiots. It's so tiring. The fatigue is real. I feel it in my soul. So shut the fuck up. Shut the absolute ever-loving fuck right the fuck up. Okay? You made your choice. It was a bad choice. Shocker. And now you're suffering the consequences. And you want us all to feel bad for you. Look at your fucking house. That's a nice house. I mean, it's not that nice. It's all right. It's a nicer house. It's not that bad. It could use some more. Look. You made bad decisions, and then you're paying the consequences. It is called the toll. And that's it. That's it. That's just it. Okay? So please don't, I have only so much patience in my life. I consider myself a fairly patient person. That has not always been the case. But nothing tests me as much as somebody like this, who makes their own terrible decisions and then expects everyone else to be like, oh, I'm so sorry you went through that. Oh. Because it just turns my stomach. Please.
Y'all don't know that. People always go off by what you post on here. It's just crazy because then they feel like they know your whole life. Then someone talking about they want to be married like their parents. Okay, that's good for you, but don't go projecting that on.
SB says, I have 3 boxes of food in my pantry. Rest clean food. I literally grow sprouts. They eat garbage. They eat garbage. Everything's out of boxes and bags and fucking... It's all like frozen, it's a frozen lasagna, or it's a box of cereal, or it's like it's like things at taquitos. Don't get me wrong. I like me a good taquito, right? But I mean, that is not specifically, all of my meals are cooked by my wife, unless we'll get like a pizza once in a while, right? Just because we're feeling, I don't know, I want fucking pizza sometimes. But like, come on. Look at box. That's a bag. Box. It's Eggo waffles. You can't fucking make your own goddamn waffles. Come on. I'll be fair though. Eggo waffles aren't bad.
Onto other people. If I don't want to
They're
be
not
married, if
bad.
I was
They're
married
not bad.
and we got a divorce, y'all don't even know. But to clear it up, no, I was not married. I was in a long relationship with my first baby daddy. And the shit was just toxic, so I ended up leaving because.
What did I tell you? Deli Mex taquitos. I like taquitos. I really do. They kind of give me a stomach ache though, so I don't eat them much. It is. It's all chemicals. It's pure chemicals. Couch Surfing says, to be fair, we had McDonald's today. That was not my decision. But yeah, she brought me to McDonald's. I was like, all right.
They can make somebody change if they're not willing to change. Mom always said, if you don't have nothing nice to say, then shut the fuck up. It's as nice as I can put it. I usually don't address these comments because it's just negativity. At some points, people really do have to use their heads. They think, like I said, it's an insult being a single mom. You're by yourself. But would you rather me be in an abusive relationship with someone that's beating me up, have my kids around and looking at that?
Yes. I would rather your children have a father. And I would rather their mom not give so much fucking lip. How about that? I would rather their mom have some sort of limits. Honey. Honey, come in and show your bruises. I'm kidding. She doesn't have bruises. We got pedicures together today. And she was like, my God, that is a lot of stuff coming off the bottom of your foot. And I was like, thank you. I worked on that. I was saving that for for a rainy day. If anybody hasn't seen my feet, see, they look a lot better than they did. They're still a little cracked, but those bad boys, I mean, they were pretty bad. If this was an OnlyFans account, I'd be making a lot of money for doing that. But it's not. No, I'm actually supposed to be somewhat talented doing this. Supposed to be. I'm not saying I am.
Then if I leave and I'm a single mom and I'm getting government assistance, etc., then we're still going to get talked shit
Renee,
about. Like,
where you going?
It makes sense. It's like you can't win in this life sometimes.
Where you
That's why
going?
I say do what the fuck you want to do in this life. 'Cause at the end of the day, people are just going to talk and that's all they're going to do. You can't please everyone in this life. I love to laugh at other people's situation, but it can quickly be you. Like, you can be in a long relationship, married today, and a single mom tomorrow. So always please be humble. Because when you think it won't be you, it definitely can be. Yeah, this was my little grocery haul. And no, this is not everything that I got for the month of February. It's just...
Jeez, dude, look at all the boxes. What are these? Fruit Loops Sweet Tarts? What the hell is that? Are those popsicles? Is that just a giant box of candy?
Just little snacks here and there for my kids' lunch. This was the week for Valentine's Day. I'll call you later, girl.
Why do kids okay. Snacks? Constantly snacking? This is how these kids become enormous. Right? Because their blood, they become insulin resistant. Because they're constantly shoving sugar into their faces. Right? And look, I give my kids like cookies and stuff, and Jess is like, do not give them cookies. They already had one today. And I'm like, I'm going to give you a cookie anyway. Because I love my kids, right? I really do. But like, I mean, it's not cookie after fucking cookie. It's not, I'm not like shoving, and then after this, we're going to have a fucking dinner, and it's just going to be spaghetti with just a bunch of sugar poured on top of it. It's not going to be like that. It's just not going to be like that. You need actual food. You need actual sustenance. Jess says, John, I wish you could explain to guys how badass pedicures are. It feels amazing. Dudes are missing out. Look, so the guy jabbed me with like some sort of needle thing into my toe, and I audibly screamed in the fucking nail salon. And yeah. But it was like a man scream. It was a deep... It was no, it was a manly scream of pain. I was very masculine about, and he was like, you have an ingrown toenail. And I was like, okay, well then just leave it. He's just like, we're just going to leave that. I was like, okay. It's masculine.
I don't even think you gotta wait that long. The first sign out of there. There's way too many people who will be hitting on you. I remember when me and my wife got married, my dad, as a pastor, he officiated it. And at the end of all of our weddings, me and my siblings, and everybody else I saw him officiate the weddings of, he always said,
Jameson says, I bullied fat kids when I was in high school. I don't feel bad about it. Based.
So-and-so received all of their whoopings already. AKA, you don't need to be putting your hands on.
Footbig says, John keeps Parmesan on his feet. Hey, Foot. I'm going to show the picture. I'm going to show the picture again. I don't know. So this is the thing they used to scrape my feet. That's what came off of it. What do you guys think? This is the second time I've shown this stream. What do you go? Let's take a look at the chat.
Not ever. Period.
Jess says, keep trying to get my son to get one with me. He won't listen. That mafia cool guys do it. And yeah, and ingrown toenails suck. Shite hurts bad, John. Yeah, it did hurt. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Ew. That's a cat box. That's a rasp. Gross. Yeah, she must just barf. I should have just taken a pinky up. Right in front of everyone, right? Just be like, yep, that's mine. I don't know why you guys watch this show either. It's a fucked up show. My God, look at all of that. When my 19-year-old teen son helps us put our $3,000 in food stamp. Oh my God, $3,000. $3,000.
You're welcome. Keep milking that system.
Oh my God, that's grosser than my fucking foot dust. I don't know. My fucking Parmesan cheese. It looked like a cheese grater, Parmesan cheese grater.
He should be at work. Yeah, that is right. That's an interesting observation, Irene. Huh. Yeah, he's 19. He should be working. 12-hour work day.
Yeah, 19. I mean, like, I would expect you to have a job, right?
You're welcome. Enjoy.
I think I was like washing dishes or something. or something.
You're welcome.
I think I was working at a pool store. Yeah.
Glad I could help. Sad. I tried to get on food stamps because I can only work part-time and make $9.
Despite says, I watch this show to play a drinking game. I take a shot every time you say boomer. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna say boomer a million times because I don't like, but I like, okay, you have a problem. You have a problem.
I make too much.
Because that's like dangerous.
For a single person.
Yeah, just $3,000. $3,000. $3,000 in food stamps. $3,000. I don't know why I did that with my pinky, but I wanted to accentuate my frustration with that.
I'm childless. Is 19 really a child?
By the way, there's going to be no Sulk stream tomorrow. I'm going trick-or-treating with my kids. Oh. And also the next week because I'm going to Hawaii with my family.
Nope.
So, suck it.
Mason,
suck it.
As I work 10 to 12 hours.
Suck it.
People like me get to live freely and have plentiful groceries. Where's the lie? Where is the lie? What do you guys think?
I don't think
promise,
nothing.
I said this is going to make you upset. But do you guys think there is hope for the system? We saw some people who used it for...
I know you don't drink, despite. I know you don't. You told me that like maybe not several times, a few times.
For the right reasons. We saw some people who use it for the wrong reasons. We saw some people who have testimonies.
Oh my God, I'm glad you said it that many times. $3,000. $3,000 fucking dollars, dude. I mean, like, is that... I spend a lot on food. I don't spend $3,000 a month on food. It's a lot of... I mean, like... Damn! And that's forever. That's not like, oh, we need this for 1 month. And they're like, thank God, $3,000. We can live for months off of this. No, that's every fucking month, every fucking year, every fucking decade of their lives. For several generations. It's been 60 years. And probably ever since they came out in 1961, they've been racking off fucking, I'm sure it was a lot less back then, but I mean, like, they've been racking off food stamps like that. And generation after generation of these people have been on it. I mean, it fucking makes you angry and it pisses you off, right? Because like shit, I wish I can get that. Not that, I wish I could keep my tax money. I wish I could keep that money for me. I wish I could keep a lot of the money. All of the money. I wish I could keep all of the money. But no, some fucking guy in a suit's going to knock on my door and fucking put me in jail if I'm like, oh, I want to keep my money. I want to use my money. My family's hungry. They're like, too bad. Black people in the hood need to fucking get their weaves. And I'll be like, no! And they'll be like, yup. We need to watch Texas street fights, and it's not good without weave snatching. And I'll be like, that's fair.
They were on it,
that's
and
fair.
They progressed and they got off of it.
Because it is. That is fair. I mean, it's unwatchable.
What do you guys think about...
That's hooker and blow money.
I'm going to need some time to digest all of this. If you guys have not yet, go ahead and like the video.
That's hooker and blow money.
Welcome back to the Edwards Report. My name's Kalen, and food stamps are running out. The federal government shutdown has frozen SNAP funding and over 42...
Despite says I'm going to do a wedding in Charlotte next week so I can forgive your untimely vacation. Thank you. Would any vacation be timely? Because no matter, I can, like, if I take a fucking day off of this show, everyone's like, oh, you're being gay? You're being gay when you're getting AIDS? No, I have stuff to do.
2 million Americans
I have stuff to do.
Lose their benefits next month.
Oh my God, damn it, dude.
Up waste?
I got shit going on, okay? Sometimes I have to take a day off.
Or
sometimes I want to, too.
Cutting off help to people who are just hungry. We're going to explore both sides today, so let's get into it.
I'm going to tell y'all straight the fuck up, bitch, and I'm dead fucking serious, like I'm dead ass. So look at me as I look at y'all as I'm fucking talking. I just got that text. And
I just got a text on my free phone while I'm living in my nice house compared to African standards. And I'm not, look, that's not even racist. I'm talking Africa, the country, right? The mud hut place. like African standards, and like everything you get is free, dude. Come on. The phone you're looking at, the internet service that you are using. Come on, man. Come on. And again, you can't save up 2 months for 2 months of food. 2 months. 2 fucking months. That's all it's going to take. That's all it's going to take is 2 months. That's it. 60 days. You can figure it out. Buy rice and beans and go fishing, okay? You'll be fine.
The text said the link is cut off in November before my mother...
Big B Trucker says, enjoy your vacation. Make sure you bring us back a sovereign. Like a sovereign citizen? What do you want? What do you mean?
Kids go without. Before my kids go without. And I don't have
I don't know, man. They don't like going with people. They make that pretty clear.
Be hungry and broke as I have shit to eat in that stomach.
Anyways, guys, I'm done. I'm done with this show. And I'm going on fucking vacation. So wish me luck and wish me safe, fair travels. Because I'm getting laid when I get off the plane. And probably when I get on the plane, I'm not going to, it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching and enjoying this episode of the Sulk Stream. Thank you so much for your donations. They will go to Mai Tais and they will go to Luau's. I hope you guys have a great week and, make me proud as your cult leader. I expect that. And you will be getting messages and posts from me on X. If you don't follow me, I am at Sulkopath, Sulko Path, Path. Please follow me and like, share, subscribe. You know how to do all the things. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Please do your best to make me proud. Be awesome and do all those things I know you will do. Until we meet again, drink a lot of water, get a good night's sleep, and take care of yourselves because I care about you too. I'll see you guys next week. Love you. Goodbye.
Incredible soul, unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's fierce growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster too. Government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth. To their control. I got small nipples, but my voice is loud, blowing like thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke, unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.